everybody, Andy from Point Blank Armory here, and I am just kind of going through, checking the old firearms. This is the M&P 9C. I got to clean them up. Going to the range tomorrow. I want to clean them up. I have been having issues with this is the LC9. And one of the problems that I've been having with this is on the last round, it will not lock. It will not lock back. So what I plan on doing is, for one, I've already got a call into Ruger about it, and they've already sent me a return envelope or a return postage. But one of the things I wanted to do is just clean this thing up, lube it up really good, and take it to the range. I've had it in a locked open position for a couple weeks now, and I'm hoping that might adjust the spring, etc. Otherwise, it's definitely going back to Ruger. And then I'm also this is loaded. Let me unload that. It's now safe. Gonna clean that one up, as I haven't cleaned it up yet since the purchase, and it's still got a little dirt in it from the factory. And then I might. Sorry, my desk is very small and it's a mess, and I use it for work and everything too. So, and then I might clean up this bad boy, which is the Beretta Neos U22. I like to take this to the range as well, just because it is so much cheaper to fire. But that being said, I'll just go over a couple things here that I use to clean. Which, as a matter of fact, I forgot to bring down my ballistol. But as you can see, simple little Glock cleaning mat. I'm not a big Glock guy, but this was the best mat that I found. But I might have to go get me an M&P mat, just because I am more of an M&P guy. Love these things here. Pulling it out here. Love these things. The little bore snakes, especially after the range. Just run this through your firearm and cleans, for a quick little cleaning, especially if you only shot, 50 rounds or something through your firearm at the range. This is a great little thing to have in your bag. I'll do some cleaning with some. Well, this is the lubrication. I do have some hops. I don't use it very often. I mostly use ballistol, and I will use some hops on occasion to lube up some of the slides and stuff like that. Just up in here, but mostly I just use ballistol, and I know ballistol is great for that kind of stuff as well. So that's what I use, and I have done some polishing of some feed ramps in the past, and the old Flitz is in the box as well. So something I like to keep. Of course, some people like them, some people hate them. Q-tips. And of course some cleaning patches to use. So but yeah, just gonna go through and clean these things, and maybe I'll turn on the camera every once in a while and just add a little bit more to the video. But this is the one that I'm really working on tonight, which is the LC9. I really want to see. I really want to love a Ruger. And as far as like their revolvers and stuff, their cowboy shooters, I'm sure I hear a lot about those, and I'm sure they've got a great product in that. But for me, the M&P, man, Smith & Wesson, this bad boy right here is my all-time favorite. So a little bit of a textured grip. Found a guy online that does those for like 15 bucks, and you just tells you what size, and or you tell them what size you want, what size backstrap, and whether you want the star pattern, or you can shine the light up in there, whether you want the star pattern or some sort of a flat across pattern or what have you, and he'll do it up. And to me, I'm a big dude, and us big fat guys, we sweat a lot, so I got this grip just to give me a little bit better traction and stuff like that. Someday I'll do an everyday carry video. At this point, I'm not going to worry about it. There's so many of them out there on the web these days, and people usually greatly exaggerate what the hell they carry. You'd think they carry their AR-15 with them every day, and some people might, but the majority don't. So, and of course, I just did a video about this bad boy, the 642, and got a couple firearms upstairs, a Glock 19, a P238 Extreme. But these are the three that I'm going to work on. I haven't fired this one yet. This one needs to be fixed, and this is my everyday carry pretty much. So these three are going to the range with me tomorrow to try and get some this one for a little bit of break-in and you know, quality testing, I guess you can say, and this one to see if it really needs to go back to Ruger, and of course just to keep my skills up on the M&P 9C. So I'll be back, and like I said, I'll try and you know, shoot some video and maybe talk about a couple little things here while I'm cleaning. Hey everybody, Andy back again. Just so this gun I bought used, this LC9. And well, I didn't buy it. I'm sorry. I traded it for I had a better firearm, and I got this, and the guy gave me cash as well. But anyway, so I've only probably put about 30 rounds through this thing, and this is what I've gotten just off the slide itself, plus a couple of nasty Q-tips. So obviously this thing hadn't been cleaned, and that's kind of my fault that I should have probably thoroughly cleaned it before I went to the range. And you know, I'm still looking on how to best clean some of this stuff out of here. But there was a lot of brass shavings and stuff in here, and everything else. So I'm hoping that with some lube, it's kind of a funny word, you know, cleaning some of this stuff out of here and getting it truly ready to fire. I mean, look at that. That's just off the slide there, just in the groove. You know, and I know the rounds that I've put through here, while I use the UMC and it's dirty, I know it's not enough to make it look that bad. So, hoping that this will maybe clean that up and everything. But anyway, I just want to show you how dirty that sucker was, just for, you know, for being brand new, you know. Or this thing was only purchased in December, from what I understand. So, you know, it shouldn't have been, if he had taken care of it, I'm sure it wouldn't have been this dirty. So I question the cleanliness or the maintenance procedures that this person used. So, I haven't gotten to the others yet. Still working on the LC9 and everything. So got some work stuff I got to attend to in about 45 minutes. So figured I'd relieve some stress and clean up some of these firearms and get them ready to rock and roll. You know, as if you haven't heard, you know, of course I did that rant last night, and now the Secret Service is investigating Ted Nugent, which I just think is just a crock of horse shit, you know. As I said last night, there's just so many other people that we should be going after, and I just find it humorous, and hopefully Ted's not stressed out over it or anything, you know, and he gets his last word, I guess, so to speak, you know, by being vindicated of all this stuff. And just mind-boggling, you know. It's very, very frustrating, but I'm not going to go off on that kick again. So, excuse me, man, I've been fighting this cold for about 2 weeks now, and it is driving me bonkers. So, that's why I haven't done a lot of videos until recently. I don't know if you guys can hear that in the background, but there's, every once in a while you'll hear a boom. And what that is I live like probably 3 miles from the gun range. And so in my backyard, it's a gun club, it's a local gun club, which I've got a membership, well, I'm waiting on my membership to go through, you know. It's kind of a highfalutin little area. No, you just got to go through, you know, the process, I guess. And I'm waiting for my application to go through, and so every once in a while you hear a little bang, and it's probably the guys at the 300-yard range or something, or somebody out there shooting a trap or some shit. But you know, it's a nice club. They've got an indoor range, 50-foot indoor range. It's not mechanical, so you know you got to walk down, but for the price, and they only charge $3 for as long as you want to be there when you're a member. So you just can't beat that at any gun range. And it's not, you know, it's not a bad yearly fee. And they've got the indoor range, and then they've got the 50-yard outdoor range, and then a 100-yard and a 300-yard range. So I know Jim's chomping at the bit to get out here to the 300-yard range and everything that I've got, you know, for that new POF that he's got, that he's hasn't really done a whole lot. He's been so busy with work and everything, you know, that guy, for only working like 10 days a month, he's always freaking busy, you know. So, but, you know, I can't wait to see it and to mess with it myself. You know, it's been years since I was in the military, since I got to fire anything like that. So, you know, getting the opportunity to wrap my arms around something like that again, you know, it would be quite fun. And so this thing's looking pretty snazzy now. It's not nearly as dirty. The receiver here wasn't, or the grip here wasn't nearly as bad as far as dirt. And from what I understand, you know, I contacted the guy back after, and he didn't tell me this. And you know, this is a pet peeve of mine. You know, I would never sell somebody or trade somebody a firearm that I knew was having problems. And if it went to Ruger once, I would make sure that it was solid before I got rid of it. Because what would happen if I sold this firearm to somebody knowing that it's defective at this point? You know, I haven't tested it again yet. And that person gets into you know, of course they should be testing it too, so it'd be kind of both people's faults. But, you know, just the fact that I know that there's something wrong with it, why would I just go ahead and get rid of it? And some people, you know, man, that's just, maybe that's their morals or whatever, but I wouldn't feel great if somebody had, you know, if I had sold somebody a gun and they went out and had to use it on the way home or something, you know, and it didn't work. Man, that would suck, you know. So the guy, knowing that this thing didn't work, or he sent it to, you know, to Ruger, and then supposedly never fired it after that. But I didn't find this out until after the fact, until after the trade, which maybe part of that's my fault for not asking the right questions, I guess. But you know, I would feel like a heel. So, but this one, you know, I'm going to test it out again tomorrow. Hopefully this solves the problem. Now, what some people are saying is it's got something to do with the spring in the magazine. You know, I'm not a gunsmith by any means. I just try to keep my stuff clean. So, you know, I don't know if it's got something to do. If you see here, it does kind of, I don't know if you can see that. It does kind of touch the magazine. This is the slide release here, or the slide stop, I should say. It's not a slide release. But, you know, you can see it messes with the magazine. And it's, you know, I tried with new magazines and higher grain rounds and everything else, and the problem still persisted. So that day, the first time that I tried it, so you know, we'll see if this fixes it up and cleans it up at all, you know, and functions properly. Because like I said, I really do want to love a Ruger, and granted, this thing's awful as far as a trigger. But, you know, for a nice little single stack summer carry, you know, and for the price that I got it for, you know, it was like, I don't know, I think I basically got it for $250, $300 or something like that. So, and I want to, I mean, it's not a great deal, but considering that it was supposedly new, I thought I was getting a great deal until I found out that it really didn't work as it was supposed to. So, but enough ranting on this one, and I'll try and come back here shortly and show you some of the cleaning of maybe the old 642. And here's the cleaned up LC9, ready for the range. Ready for the range. It's unloaded, but ready for the range. Can't wait to see how that works. Hopefully that one works a little bit better. I'm going to clean this bad boy up. But, you know, be my first time cleaning this. Never cleaned a revolver before. Not sure the best techniques for that, you know, as far as the chambers and stuff. So be worth a shot to see how it goes. Here's the clean revolver. This thing looked dirtier than it was. Up in here, I don't know if you can, how well you can see that, but up in this area right in here, there was a lot of soot, and there still is, but it was really difficult to get off there. So not sure if yours was like that. And the other thing I noticed is the if you look at the trigger there, it almost looks dirty. I don't know if that's just the metal or, you know, what it is, but you know, we'll see how it all pans out tomorrow, I guess. But it was looked dirtier than it actually was, and now it's rocking and rolling, and you know, can't wait to shoot it, man. I'm looking forward to shooting this little revolver. I haven't had one, and you know, got these things today, these little speed strips from Bianchi, and I'm waiting for the Remora holster to come in. So hopefully that'll be in tomorrow, and I'll take it to the range tomorrow, and we'll see how it shoots, and maybe it'll be you know, part of my everyday carry here soon. That'll be part of my everyday carry, see? So it'll you know, it's a nice little feels good in the hand, you know, real nice and light and everything. So can't wait to I mean, I keep playing with it like I'm a you know. So we'll see how it works tomorrow. Now off to clean the M&P 9C. Woot woot! Alright, hey folks. Andy here, again. Same guy, same video, right? Cleaning the M&P 9C, and it got me thinking, like, I know what process I went through to get to this firearm. You know, I started with the Ruger SR9C and shot that, and then went to a Glock 27 and shot that. In the meantime, I had also shot a M&P 40C, and I liked it. Yet I bought a Glock. I bought the Glock 27, and you know, Glock, I'm not going to sit here and knock them, really. I mean, they are a good firearm, don't get me wrong. Just to me, they didn't feel as good in my hand as the M&P did. So, you know, I went through a lot of different firearms. I then, after the Glock, I went to a Springfield XD9, the subcompact, which is a, you know, only like a, what, 3.5 inch, not even a 3.5 inch barrel. I think it's only 3-inch barrel. And the thing weighed a ton for its size to me. Now, this wasn't the XDM, this was the XD that I had. And then I bought a M&P full size, and then I bought the 9 compact. So, you know, how did you guys get to the firearm? I'm sure some of you guys that have been shooting for a long time, you know, may not all remember how you got there, but, you know, what was your main decision for, what was your main like about the firearm? Was it the feel? Was it how good you shot it? Was it, you know, what was it about the particular firearm that you pretty much carry on a daily basis? Now, some of you may carry multiples too, but, you know, pick one, I guess, and let me know. I'd like to hear what made you guys choose that particular firearm for your primary everyday carry. You know, it's interesting to hear from other gun owners. You know, was it the size or of shit, I'm too fat. I'm a big dude, so part of my issue is, holy crap, trying to fit a gun in there with my belly, and that can be difficult. So was that part of the reason? Did you use personal size or personal matters to, you don't have to go over them, to make your decision, or did you just want firepower? Did you feel like you have to have the 45 or the FN 57, because you don't want to carry a wimpy little 9mm, that's what some people think. So just curious what got you guys to buy the gun that you have now for your everyday carry, and why you carry it. Compactness, was it a combination of things? Was it just one thing? And do you change up your carry between summer and winter? If you live in one of these states like I do, Michigan, where every 5 minutes the weather flipping changes. One day it's cold, next day it's hot. Do you change it up? Do you carry a full-size 1911 or 15 magazines with you when it's wintertime? And do you go from caliber to caliber between winter and summer? That kind of thing. Share some of your thoughts on why you went with what you went. Why we're just sitting here BSing, I guess. So this thing was filthy, man. Holy crap. I haven't cleaned this bad boy in probably a few trips to the range. It was definitely time to get this thing in. This is my everyday carry, so man, I would have been bummed if this thing, but it's an M&P, it's not like it's gonna just, I haven't had one failure to fire with this thing, one failure to eject, nothing. Not a single issue, and I'm gonna knock on particle board, but to me, it was this thing is just solid, man. I shoot it great. And that was one of my main reasons for making this my primary carry. Plus its size. For me it was a combination of size, number of rounds, and I understand the theory behind, I'm going to carry a 45 because it's going to penetrate more. I get all that. But for me, I wanted something that not only was going to penetrate, but could also get me out of the situation I'm in with rounds, i.e. cover, So that's something that I looked for in a firearm, and that was a necessary thing for me. I just feel like even if I'm not a great shot, I can, I can go after some of the dudes, and just kind of provide cover to get me a little bit further out of the situation, or to a different location at least, until the police, or even enough rounds until the cops do get a chance to show up. Now, if I'm in Detroit, shit out of luck if it's after hours, you know what I'm saying? But that's just what I went with. But even though I understand the theory behind, more, a larger caliber and all that stuff, I get it. But to me, it was just a multitude of different things that led me to shoot it. Not to mention, I shoot my 22 at the range quite a bit, but it is a little bit cheaper to shoot 9mm. Not a ton, but when it comes to self-defense, I'm not going to use that as an excuse either. But if you want to be proficient in your firearm, you've got to kind of use that. So even if you got a 45 or something, I'd highly recommend a 22 or a 9mm conversion kit if your firearm can support it. Now with the M&Ps, they do have the M&P 22, which is the same size pretty much as the regular M&P 9 and 45 and everything, 40 and 45. And to me, some people like the 40 Smith & Wesson. My Glock 27, I liked it, but it just wasn't. I did all the upgrades to it, extended this and extended that, and then part of me got thinking, well, it's an everyday carry firearm. Let's just, we should be leaving it stock. You know, we shouldn't be doing trigger mods, and we shouldn't be doing this and that to it. You know, and some people like to do all that stuff to their carry weapons. Some people want a 4-pound trigger, where I'd rather have the stock 6-pound, because I'd rather, you know, I don't know. Some people could say, well, I want to be able to shoot fast at the guy, or, you know, I don't want to have to jerk or something along those lines. But man, I think when your adrenaline's going and you get to the point where you actually have to pull that trigger at somebody, 12 pounds ain't gonna fucking keep you from pulling that trigger. It's gonna, you know, you're gonna shoot that damn thing. You know, now, are you gonna be super accurate? No, but you're probably not gonna be super accurate from the thought process of, well, shit, man, I'm in a gunfight. You know, that's not something that you do all the time. That's adrenaline pumping and everything else. So, it's just something else to ponder while I'm sitting here cleaning these damn things. You know, I love my firearms, but damn it, I hate cleaning them. I hate cleaning these damn things. So I'll lube them up here a little bit, and I usually do the points that Smith and Wesson talk about, and that's up in here in the slide, and then on the rails here just a little bit, and then a little bit on the receiver here. I call it the receiver. I don't know what the real fucking name of it is. I'm not a gun guru, you know. I'm just your everyday average Joe Schmo CPL holder trying to not get into a gunfight and protect his family, you know. I'd like to say I'm a gun enthusiast, but I'm just a being alive enthusiast more than anything else, you know. I want to do what's right for me and my family, and all this crazy stuff going on in the world, and you never know, man. You never know. I was reading an article, I think I talked about it last night, 7 people, the weekend of March 24th and 25th were targeted by others for race. You know, I'm not going to call out who it was and, you know, all this other race stuff, because to me, people are people, but I want true equality, man. I don't want none of this, if it suits my needs, kind of crap. So, anyway, I'm going to put this bad boy back together, and if you see me doing something wrong, feel free to holler. You know, don't want to go to the range and shoot myself in the ass or something. So, but again, shoot me, you know, let me know why you carry what you carry. Alright, I did something wrong here. This thing don't want to lock back. I guess I'll just sit here with my broken firearm now until I can figure this out. There we go. And there it is, all nice and clean. Excuse me with the coughing. But here's the firearm, all nice and clean, ready to go back in my white hat holster, and in the waistband holster for carrying, and ready for the range tomorrow, man. I'm looking forward to it. Super excited. Haven't been in a few weeks, and ready to go. And hopefully, like I said, I'm gonna have some footage from the range too. So, Andy from Point Blank Armory. We'll talk to you later.